Okay, the lecture we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at what are the characteristics of a good professional hunting binoculars. So this is a race. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 binoculars. These are our horses, and they are going to race. This is the winning line. So every time we discuss a characteristic and your binoculars does well, it goes forward. Let's look at the values. Every binocular has a value on it. In other words, it will say 7 by 40, 8 by 42, 10 by 50. And there are others. There are 7 by 25. There's a number of values which can appear on a binocular. So what would you think the 7 stands for? Magnification. Yeah. In other words, 7 times magnification, 8 times magnification, meaning 8 times closer. Okay, so this is the first one. So let's discuss magnification as our first. High magnification is subject to movement. The higher magnifications, the 10 and the 12s, are very hard on your eyes. And it depends what type of hunting you're doing. If you're doing scanning, a lot of scanning, you hunt open areas, and you're using your binoculars a lot, then it's very a lot of strain on your eyes, the large magnifications. If you're hunting an area, typical bushveld, where you use the binoculars occasionally, 10 is fine. I think the animals we hunt are relatively big. So we really don't need to see that fine detail on the high magnifications. And a 7 and an 8, to me, is perfectly good for hunting. 8 by. Oh, there we go. Another one. And a 10 by. Okay, these two remember. Like. What does this value stand for? Okay, it's the value of the front lens diameter in millimeters. And then the typical values are, have you seen these little ones? 25, 32, 40, 42, 50. What is the effect of that on the binoculars? What is the practical implication if I have a 32 or a 25 or a 50? Let me put it to you this way. The more the magnification, the less I see. Do you agree? So the field of view definitely closes. The closer it comes, the less I see. But what is advantageous if I have a big pipe and I have a thin pipe? Which one will let more light through? The big pipe. Exactly. So is it an advantage for a professional hunter to have a binoculars which have good light gathering capability? Yes, definitely. In terms of light gathering capability, 40, 42, and because we said we want a 7 or 8, we really don't need a 50. Once you start going up to 10 and 12 times magnification, then you need a 50 lens to increase your field of view, because your magnification has increased. So if you're working with a 7 or 8, a 40 and a 42 is sufficient. Therefore, a 7 by 40, 7 by 42, 8 by 40, 8 by 42. That is your perfect combinations for a professional hunting binocular. This is a 40, good light gathering capability. 42, good. This is a 32, 30. Okay, it's going to stay right there. What else? What other factors do you think are important on a hunting binoculars? Yes, very important. The physical size. So I like this size is really nice to me. The Swarovski is good. But remember guys, you don't want a bus. You don't want something which you need an extra tracker to carry around. So I like an average or medium size binoculars, and the really big ones, this is bordering on big. This is too big. That's too big. This is the limit. This is the limit. I wouldn't go any bigger than that. But this will be fine. Once again, also, it will hold nicely, picks up, it's there, it's not too big. Although this is the largest I'd go. This, in terms of size, to me is optimum. Really nice size. pick it up. It's there. Not too big, doesn't get in the way. Perfect size. This one is good. That one is good. This one is good. And that one is good. We don't have one which is too big or too small here. What else? Quality. Quality. And I'm not one of those guys which insist on Swarovski or Zeiss or else it's not worth anything. That's nonsense. We said Bushnell, Leopold, Lynx, all good binoculars which are going to last you a good couple of years as a professional hunter. And once you've hunted with it for 5 years and it becomes a bit loose, well, then it served its purpose. Then you buy something else. Because of what you said and because of what I can feel and the looks of this binoculars, I'm going to give it, definitely I'm going to give it that. It's just a really nice looking. And Swarovski, we can say nothing about. I don't have to say anything more about Swarovski. Excellent, excellent optics. There we go. Bushnell. This is a really nice little Bushnell. Look at this. It's the perfect size. It's got the 42 lens. It's armored, a rubber outside. It's waterproof. Really, really nice hunting binoculars. Yusuf, you've won. And it beat the Swarovski only because the Swarovski has a 30mm lens, and here you have a 42. Good. And then, of course, there are manual focus, which I actually manually focus, and there is in-focus binoculars. In-focus being each individual eyepiece is adjusted separately. I close this eye, I adjust this eyepiece, I close this eye, I adjust that eyepiece, I open both my eyes, and the binoculars is in focus from 10 meters to infinity. So what I'm trying to say here, it's personal preference. If you have an in-focus which works for you, use it. If you have a manual focus which works for you, use it. Whatever works for you and is effective, use it.